The creation of the world, a stunning journey through God's masterpiece. In the beginning, everything was silent, dark, and empty. There was no sky, no earth, no light, just endless stillness. But then, something extraordinary happened. Out of this vast nothingness, a powerful voice broke the silence. It was the voice of God. "Let there be light," he said, and in an instant, light burst forth, filling the emptiness with brightness and warmth. The universe was awakening. Imagine the most beautiful sunrise you've ever seen, with its golden rays spreading across the horizon. That was just the beginning. God was preparing something even greater, an entire world filled with wonder and life. Let's dive into the first days of creation. On the very first day, God's voice echoed through the void once more. He said, "Let there be light," and light flooded everything. It wasn't just the kind of light that shines from a lamp or a candle. It was a light so pure and radiant that it brought warmth and life to the emptiness. God separated this light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. The rhythm of time had begun. Day and night would follow each other, bringing balance to what was once empty. Then came the second day. God spoke again, and the skies began to form. He separated the waters, creating a vast expanse above and below. This expanse, so high and clear, he called the heavens. It was a space of beauty, stretching endlessly above the earth. With light shining and the heavens in place, the stage was set for the next part of creation. But what would God create next? On the third day, God's voice filled the expanse once more. He commanded, "Let the waters below the heavens be gathered into one place, and let dry ground appear." Suddenly, the oceans formed, their waves gently lapping against the edges of newly shaped land. God called the dry ground earth, and the gathered waters seas. But the earth wasn't meant to remain bare. With a single word, God commanded plants to spring to life. Grass began to cover the ground, soft and green. Trees of all shapes and sizes rose up, their branches stretching toward the heavens. Flowers of every color bloomed, and fruits of every kind began to grow. The earth transformed into a living masterpiece. Each plant had a purpose, from towering trees providing shade to tiny seeds hidden in the soil, ready to sprout into life. God saw that it was good, a world brimming with growth and promise. The earth was ready to sustain life. But the story was far from over. What would God add to his creation next? As the earth thrived with land and plants, God turned his attention to the skies. On the fourth day, he said, "Let there be lights in the heavens to separate the day from the night and to mark the seasons, days, and years." First, God created the sun, a brilliant golden light to rule over the day. Its warmth would nurture the earth, and its brightness would bring life to all living things. Then, he formed the moon, a gentle, silver light to shine in the night, offering comfort in the darkness. But the heavens weren't complete. God filled the sky with countless stars, each one sparkling like tiny diamonds. Some were faint and far away, while others shone brightly, lighting up the vast expanse. These stars would guide travelers, inspire wonder, and remind everyone of God's greatness. With the sun, moon, and stars in their places, the rhythm of the universe was complete. Day and night, seasons and years, all perfectly aligned. As the heavens gleamed with their new lights, the earth eagerly awaited the next part of God's plan. What life would he bring next? On the fifth day, the earth and sky came alive in a new way. God said, "Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." The oceans, once quiet, became filled with life. Shoals of fish darted through the water, their scales reflecting every color of the rainbow. Playful dolphins leaped from the waves, and majestic whales glided gracefully through the deep. Tiny creatures, too small to see, swam alongside the larger ones, each an important part of the vast underwater world. Then, the skies burst into motion. Birds of every kind soared high above the earth. Some had wings of brilliant red and gold, while others were pure white, gliding effortlessly on the wind. Their songs filled the air with music, celebrating the gift of life. God blessed the creatures, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the skies." With this command, the sea and air became vibrant and alive, each creature playing its role in the balance of creation. Yet, something was still missing. The earth, full of plants and beauty, waited for its own inhabitants. What would God bring to the land next? The sixth day arrived, and God's voice echoed across the earth once more. "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds," he said. Suddenly, the ground came alive with movement. From the vast savannas to the dense forests, animals of every size and shape appeared. Elephants trumpeted, their mighty feet thundering on the ground. Lions roared as they claimed their territory, and deer leapt gracefully through the trees. Smaller creatures, like rabbits and squirrels, scurried through the grass, while insects buzzed and birds nested among the branches. Every creature had its place, its role in the magnificent balance of life. But God wasn't finished. His final creation would be different, unique, a reflection of himself. Gently, he formed the first man from the dust of the earth, shaping him with care and love. Then, he breathed into him the breath of life, and the man became alive. God named him Adam. Later, God saw that Adam needed a companion, so he created the first woman, Eve, from Adam's side. Together, they were entrusted with a special mission: to care for the earth and all its creatures. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and every living creature." The earth was now complete, a masterpiece of life, beauty, and purpose. But this creation was only the beginning of a much larger story. After 6 days of creating the heavens, the earth, and all living things, God looked upon his work. Everything was complete, perfectly balanced, and full of life. The oceans shimmered, the forest swayed in the breeze, the skies sparkled with stars, and Adam and Eve explored the beauty of their new home. On the seventh day, God rested. He didn't rest because he was tired. He rested to set an example, to show the importance of taking time to pause and reflect. This day was declared holy, a day to celebrate all that had been made. As God rested, the earth continued to thrive. The plants grew, the animals roamed, and the first humans began their journey of life and discovery. The seventh day marked not just the end of creation, but the beginning of a relationship between God and his creation. This rest wasn't the end of the story. It was a reminder of God's ongoing care for the world. And so, the seventh day became a time of gratitude, a day to remember the beauty, harmony, and love that filled the world. As we look back on the 7 days of creation, one thing becomes clear. Everything was made with purpose and love. The light and the darkness, the land and the seas, the plants and animals, the sun, moon, and stars, all were crafted by God's hand to work together in perfect harmony. Most of all, we see how special humans are in God's creation. Made in his image, Adam and Eve were given a beautiful garden to live in, and a mission to care for the earth. But the message doesn't stop with them. This story reminds us that each of us has a role to play in taking care of the world around us. What's your favorite part of creation? Is it the sparkling stars, the towering trees, or the colorful animals? Remember, each part of creation reflects God's greatness, and we are all part of His beautiful plan. The story of creation is just the beginning. There are many more adventures in the Bible that teach us about God's love and His plans for us. Let's keep exploring together. Did you enjoy learning about the story of creation? Isn't it amazing to see how everything came together so perfectly, crafted by God's loving hands? If this story inspired you, there's so much more to discover. Don't miss out on the next exciting Bible adventures. Subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you'll always know when a new story is ready. Share this video with your friends and family. They might love to hear about how the world began too. And here's a fun question for you. What's your favorite part of God's creation? Let us know in the comments below. We can't wait to hear your thoughts and share this journey with you. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are part of God's incredible creation. See you in the next story.